Right. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I've got a tip-off for you, Commander. Potential bounty hunting opportunity. The target should be passing through this sector soon. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. My wife, but I mean, I know of it and I've seen a couple, but okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, bad timing. Right. Uh-huh. Mm. Well, wow. That's, I mean, I've been around dead people. I've been around people recently dead, and I've run around people that have been dead a little bit. But, mhm.
You got this. There he is, right on time. Don't get too excited, though. Before you engage, you need to make sure he still has a bounty on his head. Target his ship to scan him. Right. He's definitely your mark. Time to deploy your hard points, Commander. Weapons hot. Concentrate your primary fire on the target, Commander.
Mhm.
Ha! Your little friend here has a combat rank of harmless. Seems to have left the hangar without any shields, so you should be able to make light work of him.
Right.
Just a few hits should do it, Commander. You've got this one.
Right.
Nice work, Commander. You're about 3,000 credits richer. Bad news is, it looks like his buddy is out for revenge. This target might put up more of a fight, so I'd say more firepower's in order. Might want to switch to your secondary fire group to bring your pulse laser online.
Right.
It would be much easier to dispatch this target with some...
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's gonna take some time to get there.
Pulse lasers.
Right.
Switch your fire group. It would be much easier to dispatch this target with some pulse lasers. Switch your fire group. Use your pulse lasers to deplete the enemy's shields. When their shield generator is offline, open fire with your multi-cannon to do some serious hull damage. To really gain the upper hand in combat, use the ship's power distribution to its full potential. Shifting the power between systems, engines, and weapons will mean you have power where you need it, when you need it. This target won't put up much of a fight, so I'd suggest you put full pips to weapons. Stay on him, Commander. There's not a lot of fight left in him.
Right.
Target destroyed. I'm impressed, Commander. Just remember, it pays to know your enemy. Not all targets will crumble so easily, so I suggest you choose your fights wisely.
Right, right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hello again, Commander. You know, being a combat pilot isn't the only way to make a living.
Right.
Sometimes it's a good option to retreat to an asteroid belt for some mining. You never know. If you strike a rich vein of ore, there could be some credits to be made. I've been told this particular belt has some valuable ore on offer. So let's get to work. If you deploy your hard points, I'll wait here and keep an eye out for any pirate activity. Whoa, okay. It looks like you've maxed out your power plant. No need to panic. Your ship has insufficient power for all your active modules. deactivated by disengaging it in your modules panel. First things first, you need to approach one of these rocks. So, pick a rock, any rock. Right. Let's take a chunk out of this asteroid.
Yeah.
Point and shoot, Commander. Good job. A chunk is broken off. If you target it, you'll be able to scoop it up. Palladium. You got lucky, Commander. You're gonna need to deploy your cargo scoop if you want to retrieve the fragment.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Now keep an eye on the cargo scooping reticule to the left of your radar. Make sure your speed's under 40 and use this to guide your ship in gently to scoop up the ore. Take it slow at first, Commander. You'll get there.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, but still, it's when it's your soulmate, you know, kind of a thing.
Good job. The ore's safely on board. Now you need to fill up your hopper with enough of the stuff to be able to refine one canister. Why don't you keep mining this asteroid until you have enough ore? Once your resource bin is full, your refinery should kick into action. And then, you'll have a canister of pure palladium in your cargo hold. Ka-ching.
Right. Right. Especially for elderly people. No, right, but that's, I mean, like, at some point you're going to be. So, it was not designed with the idea that, hey, someday old people will be living here. Oh, it's not contained. Everything you need is spread out across multiple floors. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. Sure. Yeah. Right. Right.
Cargo scoop retracted. Silent running. Thermal signature restored.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Mm-hmm.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Right. Well, yeah, I can see where. I mean, although it's kind of inherently, I don't know, insecure, maybe. Uh, you know, doing whatever it is you're doing there with, specifically with old people. Yeah. Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations on a job well done, Commander. This palladium should fetch a good price when you get back to port. You know, if you decide to make a go at mining, you might want to think about picking up some
Yeah.
collector drones. And believe me, they'll greatly increase your productivity.
Right. Right. Well, that's cool. And I'm guessing a lot of patience if you're gonna be sitting there doing nothing. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Right. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I've been seeing the ads a bunch, yeah. I know it's like in its second season or something. Hmm. Mm-hmm. God. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna practice flying around here in space. I guess what I'm gonna be doing. So, actually, I think I'm broadcasting on YouTube. So, and I'm watching it on my phone, Wi-Fi. Actually, it looks kind of cool. Yeah. So I think if you were to, well, I don't know, because I think I sent a link on Twitter and on Facebook maybe too. Whoa, I need to back up. Still rolling along. Okay. Alright, now I gotta... Okay, so how do I need to request... Oh, there we go, request docking.
Boarding permission granted.
Alright, proceed to landing pad. Yep. Yeah, but I said don't share any of the... Oh, that's where it is. I said don't share anything in the chat. Don't share anybody else. It's only me. So now I need to get in there. Probably. If it says there's 2 people watching, that's it. It's me and you. Yep. Yep. Oh. Yeah. No, they would all, most of them, I think in the, well, unless it was different from the Commodore 64 version. So I actually need to, I need to go like this. Come in and land. Yeah. All of them were the same. They were all like, whoa. Wait, do I have my landing gear down? Landing gear. Okay, here we go. Alright, where's my... There we go. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Need to... What I don't like is I don't want to rotate. I want to, or like, no. Go up here a little bit. There we go. All right. I'm going down in. Oh, there's a delay. Oh yeah, the dink, 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 dink. That's just for landing to kind of let you know that you're really close. Now I'm in the station. Now I can go and do the starport services. And this is where you can go and you can get like different missions. Actually, hang on a second here. Okay. So it's a pretty, it's not, okay, I played, did you ever play Eve online or whatever? Okay. So okay, I played it, Jesus, like, my God, maybe like 7 years ago maybe. And it was just, it was getting to the point where I could not afford at the time to keep upgrading the computer to the point where it would be, you know, playable, because you go and get in a skirmish with like 200, you know, players, and right, yes, yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's why I was like, okay, forget it. Well, that, and the other thing too was it wasn't really, it was more like a real-time simulation, whatever, one of those things, than playing. So you didn't really have direct control of flying, for example. You'd like click in a direction and then it would kind of, you would go in that direction. And in the same thing, you like target stuff, but it was all just kind of like computer-based targeting. Like, okay, I'm going to target that enemy, whatever, and then, you know, I'm going to use these weapons, and then it would go, okay, and it would kind of like roll the dice and figure it out, and then, you know, you would see the results, right? So, kind of like that. And I liked it. But, you know, the cooperative thing, but it was just, every time they come out with a new version, it was literally like, okay, go, okay, every 8 months, go spend another, you know, $150 on a new graphic card and get a faster CPU and get more memory and that kind of thing. And hopefully your internet connection is fast enough. And it was just like ridiculous. Like I can't. So it was at that point that I said, screw it, I'll just go console only. And then this came out for PC. I don't know, like last year or whatever, a couple of years ago, maybe last year, a couple of years. And I played it a little bit on that. It was really good, but I'm playing it on a Mac, so it's a little hinky. And then when they said, "All right, hey, we come out with the PlayStation version," I'm like, "Oh yes, definitely gonna get it." So what they've done in this version is they've made it like a smaller scaled PlayStation version of EVE Online. So you have so I'm gonna exit this. I'm gonna exit this and kind of go back and can I quit or what can I do? Save and exit main. Okay, so save and exit main menu. Oh, right. You know, I wonder if I can. Well, it's too late. Oh, I'm not going to worry about it. You know, there's a training. Then you can go start friends and private groups. Right? These are the other people that are friends that have the game. So offline, offline, offline. Beard. He actually said, yeah, go join this group or whatever. But when you go to start, so they've got so they got the training. Let me go back here to the training. I'm watching it too, so not there. Okay, training. So under training, and this is what you get when you first come in. They've got the training missions, and you can kind of practice, flying around, docking, combat, and it's training, mining, etc., etc. Yeah. So, yeah, yep. So then when you go to play it, I just got the basic thing, I think. The $29, $24, $25, something like that. It wasn't terribly expensive. Yeah. So I may go and do the other thing later on. But once you go through the training stuff after that, so then there's open play. And open play is the multi-user persistent universe kind of a thing. So like Eve-ish, but not quite as big in terms of the number of people. But this is where you can and will run into other people on their PlayStation. Now, I'm not sure how many. It's not everybody playing it, so it's not like one big world, I don't think. But I'd have to Google that. But I think it might be limited to something like, I don't know, 30 people or something like that. And usually the most common thing, I think, is like the group play. So solo play is, now what they've done in terms of the universe is, in theory, it's where it's kind of interesting, is the entire known galaxy is inside the game. So at least as far as if you like any star, like real star, you could search, look it up, find it, and then work your way towards it. And you're out at kind of the fringes in the game, and you could actually go to Earth if you wanted to. But it'll take like a long ass time to get there, and obviously the bigger, the faster the ship, the bigger the engines, then you can go a further distance in a single jump, kind of a thing. But all that stuff that you had in Elite, it works the same way. So your hyper, I don't forget what it's called, but your hyperspace or jump drive or whatever it is, it does the same thing. And then they have like kind of a sublight cruising thing that you can do. So if you're in a planetary system, and you can, you're not just going to sit there and use your thrusters and go, whatever. It's because that would like take forever. So it's kind of like there's like inter-system hyperspace and an intra-system hyperspace. And then Arena is just like not even TDM, it's just deathmatch kind of a thing, and you're playing against other. So both of these, you are playing Arena and solo play. You are playing against robot characters, NPCs, essentially, and you can all the stuff that you could do in Elite. So you could be a pirate. You can, and same thing like Eve. You could be a pirate. You could mine. It's not quite as complex as Eve goes in terms of having like a market-based economy, et cetera, et cetera. But it's still, if you like space stuff, it's still pretty cool. So I was playing around with the solo play, and then I was just gonna like practice because I've already gone through the tutorials and I played the game before. So see, now I'm back in the dock. Oh, okay. And so but there is kind of in this persistent universe, there is how to explain this? There's political factions that you can join, and then you can earn money by doing various things for the faction that you're associated with. And then kind of the same thing in Eve, that different factions control different areas of the known galaxy. And when you go to an area that's under control of your faction, then you get like privileged access and discounted things and whatever. And if you go to another area, well, there's a chance you could get, depending on the relationship between the factions, you could get fired on. So this is where you get like in the space stations, and they have some that are the spinning things that you remember from the other one, and you have to match the spin and fly through it. And there's other ones that are just kind of free floating space docks that have like little pads that you just kind of fly up to and then go down and land on. There's the things with the ships, all the ships that you remember from the game on your Amiga. It's the same thing, and you can upgrade parts, stuff like that. You can get missions, like they're showing here. You can get, I'm not sure what the passenger lounge is. Now, I know that one of the things that so one of the benefits of doing the season pass or doing the upgrade or whatever with this from the base thing is that one of the things they added was you can land on planets. And you probably see that if you're watching the YouTube trailers and stuff like that. You can land on planets and you can like roam around on planets and do stuff. Kind of cool. Yeah, I'm not sure. And then there's maps and stuff like that. Crew lounge. Horizons required. So I have to get the update if I want to be able to do that. What else? Oh, outfitting. There we go. Livery. Hello me. I don't know what that is. Again, they're trying to like encourage you to upgrade. I don't know what the livery is. Oh, okay. So livery, you can. This is where you can spruce things up. So I think what they in terms of like visuals. I think that they're not making it like pay to play. So in the sense that well, what if you spend extra money and do stuff? Does that unlock things that would give you like a competitive advantage? And I don't think it's so much that. I think it's just customization, so in terms of the visuals, so you can make it look cool. Yeah, I could put my ship ID, put nameplates. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just to make it pretty. You can make it pretty to so it looks cool. Yeah, frontier points and buy game extras. What's that? Buy frontier points. So this is now. Oh, this content cannot be selected at this time. That's interesting. So if once I go to the buy the points, then it switches to the PlayStation menu, and then you can do shit. I think it's probably the same thing. Or buy game extras. No. Oh. Okay. I don't know if you can see this now. I don't know. You can't. So it takes me to the PS4-store-Elite Dangerous. Where again, yeah, you can buy paint jobs, detailing, commander customizations, bobbleheads. The fuck is a bobblehead? Bobbleheads. Apparently I can put a bobblehead on my dashboard. Yeah. And there's other like decals and ship. So yeah, it's stuff to make it look pretty, but it doesn't really, you know, doesn't really affect the playability at all. But the stuff that does affect the playability is the outfitting. So that's where you can go and then, like, you know, trade up weapons. You can get a whole new ship. You know, all this other kind of stuff. And I had a pretty decent ship on the PC version. It was okay. I mean, I just started out, and I was playing with another guy that's all he... I used to play with him PlayStation stuff, but all he does is PC stuff now. And then every once in a while he'll send me something on Facebook or something like that. Like, why don't you play? How come you don't play? It'd be nice if we could play together or something like that. Mm-hmm. Well, not only that, but I mean, I think PC games are just kind of, just a huge money hole. You know? Like, you have to keep, because then you feel like, I like this game. And if it's going to be an online multiplayer, you know, anything, and then they come out with a new version, then it's, oh, now I need to spend more money. I have to buy the new version of the game. Oh, and that too. Right. Yeah, which it ends up being like pay to play kind of a thing. And then you get, you know, somebody comes in and they got deep pockets and then they just fucking stomp all over you. And it's ridiculous. So, yeah. Yep. So anyhow, so this is where I could go ahead and get a mission, but, oh, and then I think Galnet is where I can see like the faction stuff. And then so you can pick and you can join. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Mhm. Yeah. And this is a whole lot more. Um, there's a whole lot more strategy in here, except when you're out and you're doing the space combat stuff. But I mean, there was a website, and I can't remember what it was now because I haven't played the PC version in months and months and months and months. But there's websites that are dedicated to the in-game markets in the persistent one, at least in the PC version. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find. I'm gonna have to Google this and do a little bit of research and see if the in-game markets in the open play, if they're kind of universally the same and stable. Because there was websites where you could say, where are you located now? Okay, I'm here. And then it would go, okay, what are you interested in trading or something like that. And you could put in dollar limits. Any cloaking devices? I don't know. I haven't looked for that. I mean, I don't think there was cloaking devices. No. No, but trust me, it's plenty tricky enough. Like there is the whole thing about I don't remember the name for it now, but let's say that you're flying. Let's say that you're in a system, in some kind of a solar system, right? You're in a system. Solar is us. So in some planetary system, and you're flying from planet A to planet E, right? You could get, what is it called? Interdicted. You could get interdicted. So that you can buy, there's an add-on you could buy for your ship that'll allow you to, like, you could track somebody and then you can disrupt their engines and basically knock them out of, like, sublight speed, or knock them from light speed into sublight speed or something like that. And then, because if you're a pirate. And then there's other people that use it for, like, bounty hunting, catching pirates. So you can get, like, a scanner, and you could, like, go after them. So you know what? Here, let me just do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna go back to the menu, and I'm gonna go do the training mission, where we do a little bit of combat. So. I'm going to go combat training here. And this should be where we are, yeah. And you're going to hear, hopefully you'll hear the voice.
I've got a tip-off for you, Commander. Potential bounty hunting opportunity. The
target should be
passing through this sector soon. Don't worry, you got this. There he is, right on time. Don't get too excited, though. Before you engage, you need to make sure he still has a bounty on his head. Target his ship to scan him.
Okay.
Right. He's definitely your mark. Time to deploy your hard points, Commander. Weapons hot. Concentrate your primary fire on the target, Commander.
So now
your little
again.
friend here has a combat rank of harmless. Seems to have left the hangar without any shields, so you should be able to make light work of him. Just a few hits should do it, Commander. You've got this one.
Target destroyed.
Nice work, Commander. You're about 3,000 credits richer.
What are you talking about?
Bad news is, it looks like his buddy is out for revenge. This target might put up more of a...
On Twitter? My Twitter thing is... Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, that's... Never mind, that's PlayStation. That's not PlayStation. That's iTunes. It's my Twitter is at quidam-brujah. No spaces. A-M-B-R-U-G-A-H. I'm sorry, U-J-A-H, Brujah. Mm-hmm. Nope. Nope. No, B. B-R. Brujah. B-R-U-J-A-H. There I am. Alrighty. So I took out the one guy, or I'm taking out the one guy.
Fight, so I'd say
Oh,
more
I
firepower.
got another guy.
Might want to switch to your secondary fire group to bring your pulse laser online.
There we go.
It would be much easier to dispatch this target with some pulse lasers.
Oh,
Switch your fire group.
I did.
To really gain the upper hand in combat, use the ship's power distribution to its full potential.
Yes.
Shifting the power between
And
systems,
you have to
engines,
like
weapons,
mess with power distribution, and there's a lot of little tweaking and things like that
this
you can
target
do.
won't put up much of a
And
fight, so
I
I suggest
like.
you put full pips to weapons.
Okay, his shields are offline. There's a lot of customization stuff that you can do with this. Things like controls to really kind of.
Stay on him, Commander. There's not a lot of fight left in him.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as on the PC side. They did a pretty good job with it. I got my weapons up all the way. Ah, damn it.
Target shields offline.
Oh, my shields are offline.
Target destroyed.
Oof, he popped.
I'm impressed, Commander. Just remember, it pays to know your enemy. Not all targets will crumble so easily, so I suggest you choose your fights wisely.
Oh, he's gone. I blew him out of the sky. And that's the end of that training mission. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is definitely. I think that you. I think you would really be interested in this one. But this is where, so friends and private groups. This is where anybody else that I know that has it, and you can create a group and then go play with them. And like I said, and it's co-op, so you can do co-op in the kind of the NPC universe. And then if you're feeling adventurous, then you can go co-op into the open play, which I really like. So that I think that adds like a whole other element to it, And the nice thing is that I think you can go, well, at least in the other the whatchamacallit, the PC version. I don't know if they've done the same thing here, but at least in the PC version, whatever you do in the NPC universe, when you.
Hey, Commander. Now it's time for you to help me out. I need you to do a cargo run for me. Ordinarily, I'd take care of this myself, but I'm not on the best of terms with the security forces.
So whatever you
City.
like, let's say that
So you're gonna have to take my place.
basically like you're playing in the safe zone with no
When you're
other
ready,
real
return
people,
to the surface to take your ship
and
out of the hangar.
you
I'll
know,
keep
you
in
rank
contact
up and
with
you
you.
build
You make
up
your
and you
way
build
there.
up and you acquire things and you get a bigger ship and you get more guns and do this and that. Then you could go into the open play and take all of that with you. So here's an example of what you're talking about. This is your one that you remember.
Okay, you're ready to launch. Take her out, Commander. Ship is released. You can use your vertical thrusters to clear the landing pad. By the way, try not to end up as wall decoration on
Watch
your
the
way
little
out.
cars driving around the inside of the station. That's cool. I like doing this like lateral stuff because then you can do things like this. Oh, that's not it. Turning and not. That's not what I want. Anyhow. Yeah, and so it's the same thing when you come in dock. It finds you a pad inside, and you have to line up with it and then come down and dock. It's all 3D, so you can be...
Okay, you're clear of the access corridor. Your ship's still mass-locked by the station. Once you get beyond 5 kilometers, you'll be able to make the jump to supercruise.
Landing gear retracted.
Just to give you a view. So they have you fly around a little bit, and then they have you come back and land. And you can do the same thing. You can get, like in the game, you can get like the autopilot deal. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. And if you go too fast, then you get a you get a speeding ticket. All right. I will see you. Alrighty. Ciao.
Clear of mass lock, Commander. You're good to charge up your frameshift drive now. Just hold on tight.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Great. Your ship is in supercruise. This is the best way to hop around a system, but you need to go a little bit further afield. Start by plotting a route for Iranen on your left-hand nav panel. Right. Now that your target is locked in, you're clear to make the jump to hyperspace. Point your ship at the target and charge up your FSD.
Frameshift drive charging.
Welcome to Iranen, Commander. Just don't show any support for the Federation, and you should get on fine with the locals. My contact is over at Azaban City. Try not to keep him waiting too long. This guy gets a little twitchy if things don't run like clockwork. Go ahead and select the station on your nav panel, then use your compass, there on the left of your radar, to orient the ship towards the destination. And just so you know, the compass indicator will show up as a solid dot when you're pointing towards your target, and hollow when you're facing away from it. Super cruise approach can be tricky, Commander, so you'll want to keep an eye on your distance, speed, and alignment at the bottom left of your cockpit display. Once you're within 1,000 Ks from your target and going less than 1,000 kilometers per second, you should be safe to drop out. If you keep your speed in the blue zone, you'll be less likely to overshoot your mark. But if you do, you can always loop back around and try again. Dropout range now. Disengage Super Cruise. You made it. Be sure to request docking before you enter the station. Flight controllers take their jobs very seriously. Tend to get upset if you start trespassing. Still haven't requested that permission to dock, Commander. You're clear for approach, Commander. Just don't forget to deploy your landing gear. You won't be putting that ship on the deck without your landing gear. I'd recommend you deploy it.
Landing gear deployed.
Be careful passing through the access corridor, Commander. And try to avoid head-on collisions with exiting ships. That cargo needs to get there in one piece. approach the landing pad. Oh, and pay attention to the docking assistance display. You'll need to make sure your ship is facing away from the entrance and that you're centered above the landing pad before you touch down. Remember, you can use your vertical and lateral thrust if you need to refine your movement. Nice job. I might just be able to depend on you after all. I'll be calling on your services again, I'm sure. Till next time, Commander.
Hello? Much. What are you doing? Yeah, what game are you playing? Ah, I am not. I'm playing a totally different game, so you... actually, I was going to leave this party. Uh-oh. Yep, see ya.
comply. Landing gear